How's it going, everybody? Blind Metal Gamer here, and it's now time for part 3 of my live God of War playthrough, along with Rubber Blue and possibly Common the Crusher. Tonight's drink of choice is a Dr. Pepper. Gotta have that for the stream. And I want to give a couple of shout-outs. This is a follower shout-out to It's Me 1234 here on Twitch. And over on YouTube, I have a new subscriber. I want to give a shout-out to... I think his name is Cage Gaming or Sage Gaming. To my newest subscriber, you know who you are. If you want a follower shout out or a subscriber shout out, just hit that follow button either live or on demand here on Twitch. Or go to youtube.com/blindmetalgamer and subscribe. So with that being said, we're going to jump right back into the adventure where Kratos and the Atreus are fighting against two angry, pissed off Draugr. Without any further ado, let's jump right into the action. Okay, so again, we're live. Thank you, WiseBot, for the live notification.
Checkmark. Live online on.
Thank you, WiseBot. So yeah, 260 followers strong. We're doing damn good things here. And man, I want to let everyone know that this weekend, unfortunately, you will not see a stream on Saturday due to the Royal Rumble. I'll be watching that and reviewing that. The video will be a YouTube exclusive.
There's something up there.
Uh-oh, Kratos. Vato. Let's do it, son.
Above something's breaking through the wall.
Well, I know. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Above something's breaking through.
I know that kid.
Something's breaking through the wall. Up there. Something's breaking through the wall.
There. Oh shit. And they're pissed. Okay, if I got Ray, I'm gonna try that.
Above us! Something's breaking through the wall.
I know. Something's totally breaking through. So how's everybody doing on this Thursday evening?
I'm not ready.
Hey, Roper, welcome.
Around here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Blue,
Not ready.
what are you doing?
Fighting some Draugr.
Come on, other Blue.
Nice shot.
Gotta get the flutes in here. Then they give me sad eyes because they're not in here.
I can't.
Oh, I officially got a new bed. That I've got to do gymnastics to get inside of. Because it's so high. guys I moved in with said I should go buy one of those workout trampolines and Dick's Sporting Goods
Tell me when.
and get a running jump start to get in the bed.
Hey, I don't blame you there.
I did not compensate well for the box spring and the
Right.
bed. I didn't think the frame for the bed would be that big. Apparently it was.
Tell me when.
And then we went to go grocery shopping today and I realized I had a flat tire in my car. So that was a fun afternoon.
I bet.
See if I can get Comet Joy in or not on this. Alright, Comet's coming. Or Comet said he's coming too.
Cool.
That way maybe we have some good conversation in that game.
Yep.
Ain't yet. No, get up.
Oh, you son of a fuck.
God of War again.
Yep, angry daddy of war. I'm gonna beat this. I'm been determined. On normal.
Above us. Something's breaking through the wall.
But no, there won't be a stream tomorrow night, but there will, or Saturday. There will be something tomorrow, and also,
Something's breaking through the wall.
WWE 2K22 will be coming to the channel. Fuck.
Getting kinda hairy. Father, get up.
Well, no shit, buddy.
You got me a...
Yeah,
Breaking through.
my Prince Fluff is sleeping.
Mine is now.
Something's breaking through the wall.
One of the roommates had a smaller dog. She wants in my room, but won't stay in there long, so I invite her in. Like, she just barked at me to come back in the room, but she wanted out of the room.
Father, I need you. Father, I need you.
What, Mia? Hi, Heather. Well, come on, Mia.
I was right next to the oh my god.
Something's breaking through the wall! Up there! Something's breaking through the wall!
Yeah, we got to this part in part 2. I keep forgetting I have that blind move.
Look! Above us!
What I want to see is, I want to see what they're gonna do with this on with Ragnarok.
On PS5.
Yeah, I hope they give him a grapple move. I really do.
Something's breaking through the wall! Sorry, not ready!
Really?
Yes.
I guess these Draugr hate me. What do you think?
I think that's what it is.
They don't like blind people. They hate. I'm hoping that She-Venom 88 can join us as well.
Something's breaking through the wall!
You know?
So did you send a message and see what would happen?
Oh yeah.
Not yet! Look her!
Hmm.
Mother! Something's breaking through the wall! Up there! Something's breaking through the wall!
Did you message the other person?
Yeah, they're in the party.
Sorry, not ready!
Might need to actually individual message them and say, hey, I'm getting on. It might be worth an ask, you know what I mean?
Right, but we're kind of in the middle of
Almost ready!
the thing.
Either way, it's a suggestion.
Right. I mean, she might be busy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What, brother?
Common the Crusher, what's up, man?
hey everybody.
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. How y'all doing?
You see it. Besides a flat tire on my car today, pretty good.
Oh, wow.
And I bet I gotta do gymnastics to get on every night, but that's okay. So I got my new bed in. Got the frame and the mattress.
So how is it?
It's big enough that I could probably go buy a set of stairs. get into my bed.
Dang.
I didn't account for the frame and the box spring. One of the roommates is like, you should just go over to Dick's Sporting Goods and go buy one of those small workout trampolines.
Yeah.
That way, every time you get in bed, you can get a running jump start.
Yeah.
Then we went to go to the grocery store this afternoon, and my car had a flat tire.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
Very wonderful.
I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of worn out. It's all these small things that are happening. Comcast was supposed to close out my old account, and they didn't, so they double withdrawed my account and sent me into overdraft.
Oh, no.
The joggers have been defeated.
So it's just a whole bunch of small stuff.
Opening up there.
My friend, you better get all the help you need. Oh, yes.
Do you hear that? What is it?
We will see. Stay close.
I need a drink after that shit. So what'd you think of that gameplay demo, guys? What did you think?
I can't really tell you the truth, because I'm playing a game myself.
What are you playing?
My fallback, Ghost Recon, Wildlands.
Your usual.
Yeah, my fallback.
Yeah, I need to get back on that myself. I think next time I get on there, I might have to get you in there. Maybe you can just go in there and tag team it, rope up one time.
Alright. Yeah, we got the 2 AI too, so.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause-
February 4th, guys, Dying Light 2 Day 1 stream.
Oh, somebody's getting excited.
And Saturday is the Royal Rumble.
Yep, I know it.
I'm watching.
Yep, me too.
I am not.
Come on, Roper, join the party.
I take it she's not a wrestling fan.
Nope, never particularly have been. That was something that I never.
Never got into.
Yeah. Well, hello to everybody else that's on Twitch watching the stream.
Now, the inmates in prison are a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus because
They sure do love some fake wrestling on some TV.
Almost there.
well, that's because they have nothing else to do with their time.
Right.
Pizza. Poison.
More power to them. WWE makes some damn good money, though.
Oh man.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
it.
No. Oh. And I heard.
UFC. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I heard today that they sold over there in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah. They sold the company to Disney Plus that's over there in Indonesia, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll, why did they sell it to Disney Plus in Indonesia?
Because that's just as part of the process what that they're doing. Think about it real quick. All these cuts they made over these years.
Right.
I think it's just a phase one of that. But then
Yeah.
in about 5 or 6 years, watch them sell the company to someone over here in the States. maybe somebody like a Disney or one of the streaming services, but they're still under Fox and NBC Universal and Peacock, so they can't do anything right now.
Need more time.
I mean, it's just like, what is it? ABC bought Fox or something, so if you ever actually watch ABC Family,
Yep.
that's why they're playing, Simpsons now.
Yep.
Ready to go now.
So blind little gamer, was that fun tonight or what, man?
That was dope.
I can pin her down. That was a real revenant. Never thought I'd see one up close.
I couldn't do a fatality on the Revenant, unfortunately. Because they were going to it would have been too risky. Yeah, all you fans of the Blindside Podcast, February 6th is coming back. Somebody's barking.
Yeah, the little one, the little redhead one is barking.
Oh. Ooh.
What do you want?
Yo, my friend just passed up some health. Turn back around.
Oh, yeah, I better get that. Oh, yes. I've got to get the help.
No, you just passed it up. You just passed it up, dude. Turn back around and go back. And you just passed it up.
Right, I'm exploring.
Oh.
I'm exploring right now.
Oh,
Good old silver.
Yeah, I'm exploring. I'm looking around to see what all I can get.
oh.
Hey, what do you think about 2K22, man? I've heard nothing but good vibes about it.
Well. Hopefully it'll be good.
I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, I've heard. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, wait till you get it in your hands and then play it.
Yeah.
You can say it. Because
Yeah.
going just by critics
And YouTubers and all of this.
and whatnot, that's one thing. But
Got
when you
it.
actually play it for yourself, then you can say, yeah, I agree with all the
all the
everybody said.
YouTubers and critics, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's where a lot of this is good nowadays, is because you've got so much of it that you can watch a lot of gameplay
On Twitch or YouTube. Oh, yeah.
before you even attempt to buy it. But
Yeah.
that's kind of the downside until you play it yourself.
Well, God, I was going to buy this day, hands down.
Nah, but when I found out this game came out, I think either before or right on my birthday or that year it came out. I was like,
April
I got to get
20th,
this.
2018 is when it was.
Yep. I said, I got to get this.
You know, what I'm going to get for myself is a
What? I'm sorry, guys.
to reward
you're
I
my...
fine.
understand why that man attacked you at our house.
I told you, boy. I know nothing more of it.
Wow. You heard that, didn't you?
Look up there.
The dog barking at me, saying I want to go outside.
What's it saying?
I want to go outside. You're playing
name
video
is-
games, and I want to go outside. That's exactly what she's saying.
No, what's her name?
Mia.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you showed me a picture of her. She's pretty. Our new blue chick Bailey, she got mad and she whenever she jumps up, she hits me above the belt.
Ouch. By accident, of course.
I don't think it's accidental.
Well,
But again, I can't advocate for her
right. She's just trying to get on your lap, you know.
or want my attention. You know what I really want to see? Make her
What?
come back. Not that. Come here, you bitch.
Alright, let me give the small dog what she wants. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, take your time, Roper.
Let me take Floof 1 and 2 to the backyard real quick.
All right.
Okay,
Magic.
that was easy enough.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, this game rocks.
Mm-hmm. I see one you need to get.
Yeah, I can see it. I just gotta figure out how to get it. This is
I
the only
think one
cat.
was like what above.
Let me see. Yeah, let me see something here.
There's one.
You know what would be awesome? If this axe could, like, take stuff and bring it to you.
Oh yeah.
I would so be down for that.
Hey, Axe. Bring me some water.
You know what I really want to see coming up with Ragnarok and, you know the new Mortal Kombat movie's in the works, don't you?
Another one?
Yep, MK2. Got it. Oh, wow. Oh, I offered She-Venom 88 a chance to join our group.
Ah.
I talked to the group master and they said it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I invited She-Venom into our group and I didn't invite her, but you know. I extended the olive branch.
Yeah, there you go.
And if she wants to join, I'll take the next step.
Hey, you know what? You did your part.
Yep. Because, man, I mean, as advocates, you know, we gotta stick together here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and what I love about this is we can make have our friendships as well.
Yup.
And that's a key social component.
Yup. I'm thinking about reaching out to a friend of mine on Facebook, see if they want to become a part of
Of Z
Yeah.
Group.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we gotta, you know, diversity here, you know. What I love
Oh,
about
yeah.
Z, what I love about the group is it's not just one disability.
Nah, it's
It's,
multiple. man.
yeah, and you get to learn so
we-
much.
Yeah, we we are like a
family.
beautiful well that but I would say a beautiful rainbow.
Yep. Diversity, and
Yep.
we don't turn anyone away unless they become, you know, because I don't believe it's right to reject someone like, oh, you don't have X disability, well, you can't join us. No, that ain't how you do it.
Nope.
That ain't how it works.
Nope.
You know, in society even. You know, I remember, I know what it's like to be rejected. It sucks. I mean, rejection blows. I mean, you know what I mean?
You said people might try and rob us. I'll kill them if they try. I'm not afraid.
If we encounter men, you will stay out of it.
That's one.
Understand?
But I can fight.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak
I
no
think-
more of this.
He heard that, didn't he? Daddy spoke. You know what I mean?
Now you gotta get the other side of that other side.
Right. Hey, but you heard what Kratos said, don't you, to Atreus?
Mm-hmm.
You will stay out of this, boy.
The small one can't jump on my bed anymore, so I gotta pick her up and put her on the bed so she can eat her treat for going outside.
Ah.
Hey, what do you think about, what would it be like if Jim Cornette was playing this?
I mean, if it was an easy level, he probably wouldn't mind it, but
On
if it
this
was a
level. On this level. On the normal level, not
no,
no.
I mean,
Is that a fighter or who is that?
Jim Cornette?
Name sounds familiar.
He's a podcaster.
Oh,
well,
then I don't know.
Well, let's take it back now.
He's a
Before
wrestling
that.
manager.
Yep.
Yeah, then if it's someone in the wrestling world, there's probably...
But
It's
you
probably someone I don't
really
know.
want to listen to his podcast, though. No, his podcast is nuts. He talks about politics and...
A lot of the podcasts I listen to are true crime anyways. I don't listen to a whole lot of...
Right, but if you listen to him, the way he described... Like, remember when he described when Vince Russo became a born-again Christian?
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Oh, my God. He ripped into him, because Jim Cornette's atheist.
Oh.
He's atheist. He's not Christian. He's an atheist. He's even confirmed it. And, yeah, he even confirmed
Wow.
that he's an atheist. Yes, if there was a God, you know, what would he do if he saw the state of the world, right? I guarantee you if, my late grandmother were to hear that, oh boy. My late grandmother would have thrown a fit. Because she was brought up very old school.
Mm-hmm.
See, she grew up in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
Back when they could take a belt to your butt and not get arrested for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, they gotta be you gotta be careful as to how you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How the kids, but I remember, I'm sure, Roper, you remember this too. Back in our day, when we were growing up, they wouldn't just use a hand on our backsides.
Oh, people have gotten so...
Oh, I know.
so offended and you can't do this.
Oh, I know. It's like, if the kid's acting out, you discipline them. You know? And now, I mean, it's like, come on. Back in our day, We didn't just get told no. But no, man, what I want to see in the worst way is,
Ooh, like my leg.
I want to see Legacy of Kain come back.
Well, you had to talk to what is it Eidos? I said that right?
Eidos.
Eidos. Eidos. I don't know why I always pronounce it like Eidos, but it's Eidos.
Hey, I used to do that too. Was
Did
Eidos
you?
because I thought that's what it
Did
was,
you?
and my brother corrected me.
Okay.
But you know, I really want to see. But I don't think would Amy Hennig allow that though.
Who knows? I didn't think she's still in the video gaming industry anymore, is she?
I don't know, but she came up with Legacy of Kain actually, which is pretty cool.
Check mark. Live online under the game God of War. 1 viewers. +1. Alarm clock. 22 meters 27 seconds.
You know what I mean?
Clock.
Mm-hmm.
She came up with Legacy of Kain, and when they were doing Soul Reaver, they were developing. It was under the name Kain 2. And you know what I would have loved to have seen?
What's that?
That be developed as a Zelda type game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Develop it in the
That's
style
something I
of
haven't. That's something I haven't played in a while.
what Zelda?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the. I'm talking about
Chains on
if
both
they
sides, maybe?
if they make a new if they make a new LOK, make it like Breath of the Wild, you know?
I'm just saying I haven't played that game in a while. I remember having that game on my Game Boy.
Oh my God, I remember playing The Legend of Zelda with my dad. So me and Dad would always play it, right? And when we played, we always every Zelda game I would bring over, I would play. We would play it with each other, you know, and beat it.
Right.
That's how I bonded with my dad, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
That's how me and him would bond. Because you see, with you know, with him, you know, he wasn't really around like he wanted to be, so we would use that as our bonding time.
That
Maybe
was
each
beautiful,
side has
man.
a chain?
And it's like, I look back and I think about the memories that I have of playing that with him. And it's like, you know, not having that anymore. I wish that he was still here and he could be a part of the stream team with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I would love to have it been a father-son thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have loved for it to have been a father-son experience, you know? But it just wasn't meant to be.
Maybe each side has a chain?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved that because see, he and I would have. Oh, he would have loved this. I don't think he would have wanted a pizza sent to the house, but know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He would have made me kill it when that happened, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that could have been helped because we didn't know. And I even commented on a fellow YouTuber's thing, Cass Roper, and I told them we did not get help from from YouTube's higher ups.
Maybe each side has a chain?
Yeah, we didn't get help.
From nobody. So, what do? Fuck it, we go to their competition. You know, just like in any business. If product A ain't going to be a good, loyal product, what do? You go to the one that will be loyal and will be helpful to you.
Yep.
And that's in any business, not just game streaming.
Yep.
I mean,
well, regardless, that is
uncalled for.
pretty shitty that.
Yeah, we needed help. We didn't get it. And yet all these big time YouTubers, oh, we'll help them. Yeah, they help all the big timers like Jim Sterling and that bunch, but when it comes to us, we don't get shit. Hey, do you remember and the original Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Have you played 4 yet?
Yeah, I actually have it.
How good is it?
Different, but good.
What makes it different?
Just the way they did it. It's
You think I'd be able
Definitely.
to? You think I'd be able to play it or no?
yeah, I mean, I think you could. I mean, you can. Everything is good visually.
What about in terms of like audio cues for if you can't see it, you know?
Audio cues, not so much. You're gonna rely more on. You're gonna have to rely more on visually.
Visually, because I'm thinking like if somebody that couldn't see, you know what I mean? My thought process is, what if you don't see that gamer? What if you can't see well enough to? Get up there.
You know, this game isn't gonna be like turn left, turn right. You're not gonna have map at the corner of the screen, you know, or
You know what's funny? Dying Light 2, they're not going to use a map. They're going to use, when you get closer to your location, there'll be a beam of light on the screen that'll light up.
well, I don't know enough about Dying Light.
Neither do I.
The map was atrocious in the first one.
I didn't particularly, from what I saw on
Maybe each side has a chain?
Dying Light 1, it was just a game that
Couldn't get into.
yeah.
I never played the first one.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did.
with you there.
I got to a part of it and stopped and said, to hell with it.
I mean, I almost bought it. I almost thought about getting it a few days ago, but I was like, nah.
No, DL2's coming out in like a week. A week from tomorrow, actually. So who would you want to create when we get SmackDown versus or SmackDown or WWE 2K22? What would you want to create first?
Maybe each side has a chain?
Because I thought we were going to stream creating our wrestlers live. We could always make Bubba.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we could. Oh my God. Bubba. Now, could you see that going over real well?
They're
Well, hey,
talking about giving PlayStations to inmates in prison.
PlayStations. 4 or 5? Which one?
2.
PS2s.
Giving them what?
PlayStation 2s in prison.
Oh my
Oh.
God, that's 22 years old.
Well,
But I
That-
can see.
But can you imagine that? That is something I would never thought I'd agree to.
Well, if you think
PlayStation
about it,
2 in prison.
well,
You don't need a game. You're in prison for a reason.
yeah, you're there to
Not-
be punished, not to be rewarded. But
well,
are they going to have like measures in place to where the prisoner has to be on good behavior before they get the console?
I don't know. That's a good question.
well, not just get the console, even to play on it.
Right. But you know, one bad actor is going to spoil it for everybody.
Of
I mean,
course.
they're already jailbreaking these tablets to watch porn on them. So what's?
Oh,
They're
wow.
jailbreaking tablets to watch porn.
Yep.
Pern?
Pern.
Oh, to watch Pern? Oh shit!
Turn.
But I want to be a jailbreaker. I want to be the one to. No, you son of a bitch! You don't jailbreak things, damn it! You are to be the one. Son of a bitch.
Well, Roper. When I say this, you might get a laugh, but those tablets are gonna have a lot of messes on them.
Yes, they are. A whole lot.
They already do.
Oh.
So how do you like determine which one? Like when someone, let's say
think this is something.
someone was to jailbreak a tablet, right? What punishment do they receive?
Nothing besides going to confinement.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh,
There's nothing special.
oh, but they jailbroke the tablet. They broke it and ruined it for everybody. The bitch. But they broke it. They ruined it for all the good people that want to behave themselves.
They're in prison. They don't want to behave.
Oh, I know a way to give them incentive. Let Bubba deal with them.
Hey, check this out.
He can make them behave.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, in more ways than one. You know?
I wish no such thing as a combat cold anymore.
Oh, there's not?
No, you just got a whole bunch of young jits running prison now. There's no such thing as an old time convict
Because
code
I know
anymore.
back in the day, you had a code to go by in prison.
Oh
There
no.
were certain things you didn't do. You know? Yeah, there were things you didn't do.
I wish that was still.
So that's how you get down here.
I wish that was still true on some of this stuff.
Yeah, but it's not. Here we go. You motherfucker. Am I gonna have to send Bub after that guy? Oh, he misbehaved.
I wish some of that was still true, that you had that old...
The old code.
Yeah.
Well, you know they're not gonna abide by it.
A lot of them did. You had that old convict code, and a lot of them did.
What was the code? Like, what was the code? Respect the guards.
They had a different way of handling business in prison that these young ones just don't understand.
So it wasn't like it is today, using violence and...
Yeah, like they handled their own business without ever having to call me for anything. Which was nice. This was, you never had to call me for a damn thing.
Really?
Because you already took care of it yourself.
Right, because it was already done and over with, and...
Even before I realized what was
going on.
Yeah.
Now, did this old...
It was already handled.
Did these old... did this old code... Did it have any, like, violence in it, or...
What's that over there?
Oh yeah, because they handle business themselves.
So, like, if, say, me and Common, the Crusher, had a dispute, we would just go fight it out amongst ourselves.
Yeah. You wouldn't even make it noticeable to me.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Now wait a minute. You cannot tell me that still doesn't go on to this day.
Oh, it does, just not to the extent it did. Not to the extent it did years ago.
Right, now these new kids are like, oh, well, they gotta go cry to mama and cry to the guards and shit.
They'd rather go cry to mama and go to Tallahassee, Florida than put some man pants on and handle their own dealings.
So what's so good about Tallahassee, Florida? I guess a better setup.
It's just ahead of Florida. Tallahassee's the capital.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take a look at this.
Yeah.
So they would want to go down there. I see.
They call mommy and daddy to call.
Oh, they call mommy and daddy in to take care of their problem for them.
Yeah.
Bullshit. If I was ever in that situation, I hope to never be, but if I ever did get in a situation, fuck it, I'll man up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Handle my own business. I mean, I'm a man, you know, you're not 5.
No, like baseball games and football games.
Mm.
You lose the bet, and so instead of paying up on whatever you
owed,
lost,
you would go and cry to mama.
You'd go cry to mama or go check in because you can't afford to go pay the honey buns.
Yeah.
The honey buns you
owe somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I would just not bet on any of it, you know? What I mean? I just wouldn't bet on any of it because, that would avoid the situation, you know?
You know, betting's a big thing between...
In prison.
between card games and all the football, basketball games, that go on.
Yeah. You know what I really want to see in the next NRS game? I want to see more accessibility. But yeah, if you're wondering what the next podcast is going to be about, me and the group are gonna answer a question. Does online gaming help one's social skills?
I see your chest. I see stuff
Depends on how you look at it. I think, in your case.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, me and Kyra and some other folks are gonna discuss that.
When it comes to a person like you, where it's hard to
get out and,
if I lived up there, I'd say it'd be a different story. I could have easily called and said, "Hey, I'm going to the movies. Do you want me to come pick you up?"
Right.
Or we're gonna go do
whatever
tonight. I think it may have been easier for you growing up if you had someone like me that 16, 17.
And that got it, because you see, back then, the stigma was that, he plays video games, he must have a severe intellectual disability, which is not the case. Because a lot of these games, you gotta have you gotta be smart, I'm trying to, you have to know what's up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And I'm not gonna be, a D-bag and insult someone with it, because who knows, they might get on this thing and be better than me.
Right.
But that whole stereotype of, they have this, he plays video games, he must be a creep or whatever, which is not the case.
If I lived closer and I was able to call y'all and say, "Hey, Friday night, I'm gonna go watch a movie with my friends from school, do y'all want to come?" And I could have easily picked you up.
Right. What I want to see happen is, we're getting Crysis 4, right?
I think I heard about that on the YouTube thing I was watching just yesterday morning.
Yep, we're getting Crysis 4, guys. What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, I saw, you remember Contra from years ago?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby!
I saw a game for that at GameStop the other day.
Are you talking about Road Core?
Hey,
I don't know.
Because I've heard kind of mixed things about Road Core.
Yeah, I have too.
I've heard
when I played. Let me see.
Oh my god.
But it looked like a new version of it.
Oh, okay. The last one I played was on the PS2 or 3. I want to say 3 or 2.
Yeah, they got a PS4. It's called Contra Road Core. I've heard about it, but I've heard it's kind of nah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna step out right now and go on my PS store and look for it real quick.
All right, coming to Crusher, you go do that, big guy.
I mean, I'm still on here with y'all.
Yeah. You're just gonna go do a quick little search.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Roper, for bringing that up.
Yeah, thank you, Roper. That's awesome.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look that up right now.
Shoot. But no, guys, Roper, me and Common are in this group. and we have monthly Zoom meetings.
And tonight was our first one of the year.
Yeah, it was great. I had it was
Oh
a
my gosh.
blast.
Oh my gosh, it was.
And if my
Man.
friend can join, that'll be awesome. You know,
Got control.
I've laid out the Olive Branch tour.
There's a Contra anniversary special. I know about that one. Oh, yep, I see it. I see it. I see
Yep.
it. And they want $39.99 for it. You might say $40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Contra is back 2 years after the Alien Wars ended. The damn city, the damn city erupts from the final battleground. From the midst of the chaos, a group of scoundrels emerge. They might not be typical heroes, but they're
that's how
here
you
to
get
save
down
the
here.
world. Wow, this came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Then never mind.
Come here, bitch.
I don't want them.
This game got 4 stars, 4 out of 5
Need
stars.
more time.
That ain't bad.
Ready to go now.
I want to see. A new Castlevania.
Yup.
I mean, Contra's great and all, but I want a new.
It's nice looking from the
Not
little
yet.
gameplay I'm seeing. It looks pretty okay. You gotta be a real diehard fan to get this one though.
Really, the way
What?
it's looking.
Yup.
What's that over there?
Cause I picked up Saints Row remastered or whatever it is.
Now,
Yeah.
what
For my
game were you talking
$5.
about? Common the Crusher?
This Contra Road Corpse.
Is it any good or is it? Yeah.
I'm just looking at some of just a little gameplay footage. When you go to the store and I mean it looks all right. It looks all right. I mean, I'm a Contra fan, so I might have to put this in my cart, and try it.
Oh my god.
I might have to.
I
But
want
then
to see.
again, But then again, if you're a fan of the game, I understand spending money on it too.
Yeah. Cause I ain't played a Contra game since that one Contra that came out on the PS2 since PS2, I think.
I remember my
Dang.
dad buying it for me.
Man, that first Contra, I love the first Contra. I still remember the code to it.
Up, up,
To get
down, down,
99
left, right, BA.
Select start.
Yep. And the guy that invented that passed away.
I always wonder who created that code.
Yeah,
I
the
always
guy
wondered
the guy that created that, he died a few years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he passed. But hey, his memory will live on forever, And I wonder if that code works on the new version. On the new Contra.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you could enter that on the Castlevania games too. You know what I mean?
Yup.
And I even told a friend of mine that if the Ice Earth guy, which by the way, if you like soundscapes and you want to check out Ice Earth, go look up Ice Earth, the narrative soundscape on Spotify. It's pretty cool.
You see where Neil Young wanted his music off,
Yes, I saw that.
What?
yeah.
Now what? Now what? Now what
Neil
happened with
Young
Neil
wants his
Young?
music off Spotify because Joe Rogan, they won't cancel Joe Rogan.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not going to cancel Joe Rogan, so Neil Young demanded that his music be
They take
removed.
his, yeah.
So that's how you get down here.
And they're working on God damn it.
I don't want to go back in here. No, out, out. Yeah, before it goes to bed tonight, I'm gonna get back on some Horizon Zero Dawn because I'm starting to get pretty far on that again.
Yeah, I saw you were playing that earlier.
Yep, still am.
I think the next game I'm going to buy is going to be I'm going to play I think my next game is going to be Shadow Warrior 3.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're wondering why a PS4 game.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Well, right now, given how many little titles are out, you may have to settle for a lot of PS4 games.
Right.
Regardless if we like it or not, just how little titles are coming out right now because they're so... That just may not be a you thing, that just may be a all over thing. If you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Almost there.
I bought Blood Rain Revamped the other day. I don't know how.
Die, bitch. What'd you think about that, son?
Boy,
Sir. I've seen this language before.
What'd you think?
Boy.
I finally beat those stupid Draugrs, I think.
Yep, for now.
Yeah, for now. Stressful as fuck. Hey, man, if there was one thing in school that I wish they would bring back, that we had back in the day, as far as a
And that
franchise,
is,
Bloody
and that
Roar.
is, never heard of that one.
You never played Bloody
What
Roar
was it?
on Bloody
I've
Roar?
never, I've never heard of it.
It's
Me neither.
bomb.
Who's that over there?
It's amazing. It's a fighting game where your players can turn into animals,
Oh,
like werewolves, but it's a T-rated game. They didn't have, if they were to make Bloody Roar end with fatalities, oh my god. Your boy would be all about it.
he said, he said, you boy be all about it.
I would be.
Nah.
Oh god. I don't listen to that music.
Well,
But
that's
what I
that's,
get.
but
Come
that's
on
where that
now.
came, that's where that came from.
I
That's where
know.
you got that from. Master
Dang
P.
it. Yep, Master P and No Limit Soldiers.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
I remember
It's sealed by rune magic.
well, how the hell do we break it?
Oh, you talking about the chest? Right
Yeah.
there. You gotta fire the symbols.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
One's
forgot
right
about
there,
that.
up top. Look right there at it.
Oh, I see it now.
Go up, yeah, go up a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one right there.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah. That's one. I found the other, what, 3, 4?
Yeah.
No, other 2. My bad. Yep.
Yeah, I'll find them eventually.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts, man? You know, people always,
On the other side.
yeah, I see, like a lot of people, they'll always ask, like, hey, Blind Metal Gamer,
Can y'all hear me? I think my headset's officially going out after.
Uh-oh.
I can hear
Nah,
you, don't worry.
We can hear
Can y'all
you.
hear me? I think my
Yeah,
headset's finally officially starting to bite the dust. I may have to.
It's chained up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
Look here.
Okay.
It
Drink
says his
it
name
for
is
us.
Hrungnir.
I
Mother
will.
told me
Don't
about
worry. I got
A
us
giant
covered.
warrior made of stone. Looks like he was in a pretty big battle. Odin's there, Thor, even the World Serpent. Oh, Thor must have smashed his head apart. See? Look, Hrungnir's body squished him. Idiot.
did you hear that?
Yeah.
He called Fremnir an idiot.
Mm.
Wowzer. But back in those times, the modern sensibilities that we have today were not in place.
Mm-hmm.
So they could use that terminology and it not. It would have been something totally different.
Right.
Whereas with us, that type of terminology would be not an accept. I mean, yeah, people use it, but the way it would be accepted would not be like it would have been back then.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all fictic anyway. It's all fictitious.
Yep.
But you know, I think it's cool that they're using. I heard that the next game in the series after they do, after they wrap up this saga, I heard they might go into Egyptian mythology,
Oh,
Native American, Japanese. Now that would be
wow.
cool.
Wow.
A Japanese mythology-based God of War. Sign me up.
Yep.
But I bet you them new God of Wars will not be on PS5. They'll be on the 6. Just watch.
Hmm.
And who knows where we'll be when that comes out.
Right.
I mean, our lives might change. You know, who knows? We may have families of our own by then.
Hmm.
You never know. I mean,
True. True.
we very well might. I mean, if we do, then that's what happens. In a way. Oh, shit. Okay, I thought a big, mean, nasty Drago was going to come our way. Okay. But no, you know they're going to make a God of War ground up for PS5.
Hmm.
You know that. I bet you we probably won't see it until 2026. You know it?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good job.
Did you hear my burp?
Well, yes, I did.
We're talking about the next God of War after Ragnarok. And what it might be. I've heard that it could be Egyptian, it could be Mayan, it could be based on Mayan mythology, it could be based on Japanese. I would be down for even a Chinese mythology God of War. You know?
I'm trying to imagine Kratos.
In Japan.
Hmm.
In Egypt? Oh, no. Now, they've already done Greek mythology.
Yep.
But if they're, you know, if they revisited that in a modern sensibility setting, a certain minigame would have to be taken out, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
You know the one.
Oh, yeah. That.
That minigame where he's doing some sweet love making.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to drop the bridge.
Or they could have it back in because I know that was very in Greek mythology. Know what I mean?
Right.
So if they were to have it, you know. But notice in the God of Wars that was in Greece, they didn't show the act, but you could hear the special vocal tracks, shall we say.
Yeah.
So you knew what was going on just by what you heard. You know?
Right.
Yeah, you knew what was up. If you didn't know what was up, something was up. You know what I mean? Oh, I think a rune might be right. Over there. No, I don't see a rune. No, I don't remember. Remember. Remember when fruit roll-ups came out?
Wish we could break that chain.
Oh yeah.
I loved those
Oh yeah.
things. Growing up, I loved them.
If you give me a minute, I'll turn down the background noise just a second. Alright.
And man, I remember back in the day, my family and I would eat fruit roll-ups like nobody's business.
Wish we could break that chain.
They still sell them fruit gushers, fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot.
I remember
yeah.
that. I remember that. I remember the generic version. It was called the roll. It was a cheaper fruit by the foot.
Yeah, you got to break the chain for the bridge.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where the chain is to break it though.
Wish we could break that chain.
Let's see. Back up some. Back up some. A little more.
I wish
There
I
you
could
go,
break-
right there up top. Right there.
Ah, I see it now. I see it now. Okay, the white thing.
Yep. No. I'm talking about this bridge. Not that. Not that chain. No. Right here in front of
Wish we
you.
could break that chain.
Not that.
Oh.
It's in front of you. Right there. See?
Oh.
No, come back. Come back to your left. More to the left. More to the left. See that right there?
Oh yeah.
That's what Trace is talking about. That.
Wish we could break that
You
chain.
gotta bring that down.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, just come back to it.
I
Come
know,
back to
I hate the delay on some of this when you're trying to help them. And then the delay versus the game and what we're seeing in the stream.
It's a
Yeah.
bitch, I know.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Especially
trying.
when I'm trying
Yeah,
to help you.
yeah, I know. And then it's hard because
Yeah.
Wish we could break that chain.
it's hard because we have to figure out.
Now
where
I see what he's trying to do, but I'm seeing I'm trying to help him just a little.
Yeah.
Just a
It's,
little. Because we are a team, man, a team.
yes, we are a team. We're gonna do
Wish we
this.
could break that chain.
Okay. Turn to where Atreus is at.
All right, let me find him.
Okay. That chain he's talking about is that bridge. The bridge that's like up. No, come back around. Come back around.
Hold on. All right, there's the chest,
Not the chest.
not the chest. Oh, you mean that bridge
Okay.
right in front of me?
Oh, somebody's getting a phone call on their Apple.
Yep, me.
Yeah,
Wish we could
buddy.
break that chain.
Matter of fact, it's my stepbrother. Y'all hold on. Let me.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Hello? What's up, Pee Wee, man?
Oh, I see it now.
Oh, man. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And then he did something. Man, I've been doing all right, man. You know, Janisha passed. Yeah. But both Janisha now. Yes, she passed. No, seriously, man, she passed. After what?
Okay, there's Atreus.
She passed away too. No, from what we were told, basically, she had went out
Wish we could
and
break that chain.
got some food from her Charlie. You know, for her and her son, she came back home and she was fixing her food, to come eat, and I think somehow she must have fell on the step, or tripped on the step. They hit her head, and it caused her to go into a seizure, and she went to brain hemorrhage.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all, Mr. Tim.
No, it does not.
I'm sorry, blind little getter. I apologize about that.
One slip up ain't gonna kill her.
Yeah, man, she passed away last week.
No, that sucks.
Yep. Yeah, man, she passed away, dude. It's messed up. We just yep, Ruby, we could not change it.
Man, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I mean, just knowing that, you know.
I know it, man.
Know what I mean? Just knowing that.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if he truly knows that. I don't think he really knows yet that his mama is gone.
Wish we could break that chain.
Yeah. So somehow, some way, they're gonna do it and tell him. I know it.
I feel for him.
Yeah.
Especially the little one.
Wish we could break that chain.
Yep.
You know?
Sad situation right now. A lot of people are passing away.
Yeah, I know.
My captain, right before he retired, lost a lot of family members due to COVID.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. to Peter Robbins. He passed.
That chain.
Me too.
Yeah, he passed away on the 18th. We're losing a lot of our favorite celebrities.
That we are.
I don't blame you, man, because I ain't.
I remember, like with Bob Saget, brother, R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Wish we could break that chain.
You know?
Very true. Bob Saget, Fatty White, Louis Anderson. There's another one recently too.
Yeah, the voice of Charlie Brown died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that today too.
Yeah, he ended up taking his own life, which is sad.
Wish we could break that chain.
I mean, and then let's see who else died. Got it.
You said people might try and rob us. I'll kill them if they try. I'm not afraid.
If we encounter men, you will stay out of it. Understand?
But I can fight.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak no more of this.
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah.
He spoke his mind.
Yeah, now you can go across that bridge.
Right. I had to just figure out where it was at.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling my stepbrother about our cousin passing away, man, over the
Man,
weekend.
I saw that. Oh, that happened over
Yeah.
the weekend.
Yeah, last
So
weekend, man.
Dude, I'm so
sorry for your
sorry.
loss. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we were just saying.
Yeah,
That's hard,
I
man. We
mean,
apologize. That's
I
hard.
mean, it's
yeah,
rough. I mean, I know what it's
yeah.
like. You know, I mean, like I said, when my brother passed, it was rough shit. And that's part of the reason why I didn't finish this game.
Right.
I got it. I was really into it. And then a year after he passed, it was just like, no, there's no way.
That's why whenever you're playing, that's why I hop on her with you, man, because
We
I,
got to
I
finish this for him. We got to do
yeah,
it.
right. I know it brings back memories. If you playing it,
Chains on both
you
sides,
know,
maybe?
and I know how much you miss your brother, man.
Oh, yeah. The one thing that, right before that happened, we were talking about Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
And what we wanted to do, I wanted to get him on here and let him do some streams of Tekken 7. As a matter of fact, that was my plan. You know, was to get him on.
Right.
If circumstances would have allowed it, let's just say. I'm not going to go into
Right.
detail. But
Mhm.
I just didn't want a chance. Him being in a state that might not be stable
Right.
for a stream, and
Mhm.
with the incident that I've experienced, I think it would have just made it worse. You know what I mean?
Maybe each side has a chain?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, but you know, I platinumed that game for him. That was one of the things I did in early 18. Was platinum that game for him. So. That was a chore because I had to get through a lot of emotions to get it done. But I had to do it. What I want to see, though, man, is if they bring back Legacy of Kain, I'm doing it. If they bring that back,
Maybe each side has a chain?
I'm going to totally do it. You know? I'm going to do a playthrough. You know, for him, I mean... But, you know, he wasn't much of a stream guy. Like, I asked him, I said, man, you want to join the stream? No. It was like he didn't want to do it. You know.
Well, see, you know, I'm not much of a streamer myself. You know, I bought this cheap headset, what, 6-7 years ago, just so I could get on and talk
And
with you
converse. Right.
Mhm.
and get on with you guys. You know, which has been great for me. You know, on nights that I'm at the house, I've been able to meet new people through you, Blind Metal Gamer. You know, Common, you're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
So gives me a reason to get on
And
when I'm off.
I'm glad that I met you through him.
oh yeah,
You know,
I
so
think that
don't get me wrong. There's been a positive side to it for me. I don't stream my gameplay, but
right,
you know,
right, because you've got reasons.
but to get on and talk with you guys, it's been nice. You know, nights like this.
Mm. Oh yeah, don't got to worry about burdens of work the next day. And,
You know, don't get me wrong. It gives me nights like this when there isn't much going on, and
Mhm.
I don't want to
and
go
there's
anywhere.
stuff we
Great.
can do. Oh yeah.
You know, great. I can get on my consoles. You know, when I live with
Maybe
some of
each
my
side
friends
has a
my
chain?
age, it was great instead of having to move Xboxes and PlayStations, we could go sit in the living room and bedrooms and all
Oh yeah.
play, and we connect headsets. I remember when Ghost Recon Wildlands came out. We were essentially like a LAN party at the house we had at the beach. I mean, there was 4 or 5 of us sitting in the living room kitchen, and another 1 or 2 of us sitting up in bedrooms, getting together and playing.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's
Maybe each side has a chain.
We'd all have headsets. I have a buddy.
And
One would be playing in one bedroom, the other would be playing in the other bedroom, and we'd get on the headsets and,
oh yeah.
and be able to talk with each other and play.
Let's see. You might have to go on the other side or something to bring that bridge down.
That's what I'm thinking.
Not really for sure, because I forgot how this level works.
How it works. We'll figure it out. But no,
And-
like
and
I
that's-
remember the original when we had that one game. I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow night, and I don't know if you're familiar with it, Diablo 2.
I mean, I've heard of the franchise.
That was a game me and my brother played just religiously. He got it on PC. Of course, I was jealous. I was a little whiny bitch. Because I wanted it. You know what I mean? I didn't whine for it, but I just said, yo, brother, can I play? He was like, yeah. The only catch was it wasn't my game. It was
Right.
his.
Right.
So it was at his discretion. Damn it. But now I've got it on PS5, so it's all good. You know what I mean? I've got it on P5, so. No, I remember playing, and we'll talk about that when we're playing Diablo 2. But yeah, as for that's gonna
Maybe
bring
each side
back
has a chain.
a lot of memories because me and my brother and all of us would just play it, and we would just have fun with it, And this is back before all your
I remember playing Mario, like the original Mario on Nintendo with my dad.
oh yeah.
This had to be like
I think
20 years ago, more than 25 years ago. When I was like 10 years old and got my first Nintendo.
Oh, I remember NES.
No, not
No.
NES, like first Nintendo. Yeah, I guess it is NES now.
Yeah,
first
NES was
Nintendo.
the first one, and then Super NES was the
Yeah, I
second
remember
one.
my first Nintendo, and my
I do
dad
too.
playing. I remember when the computer game Myst came out.
I remember Myst.
But my dad had to stop playing them because, he'd come down on his weeks and he'd realize he was playing hours on end on the computer with these games and just realize, you know how some of those people get addicted to video games?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he realized he was one of those, and he had
He
to
figured
stop
out.
because he knew he was sitting there for hours,
Right.
playing them. So he realized he had to stop.
And do what he had to do for his family. I get it. If I had a kid, I'd be the same way.
I'm not so bad. I get more irritated because I spend money on these games,
Right.
and I've not had time to play them
Oh yeah.
because how much time I was spending at work.
Hmm.
And
Oh, I
I
know.
I get irritated because I spent,
It's
between
like,
30 and $60 on these video games that are supposed to be these latest greatest video games, and I just don't have the damn time
to play
to
them.
you know, you know, you know, you two are some of the people I trust on. Hey, these new games came out; they're pretty good games. So I trust y'all's opinion on games that come out that might be good games to play, and okay. And I'll go buy them and just don't have the time to do it.
Hey,
But
what really gets me, I wish I could stream more like throughout the week, but I have to focus on life. I got to focus on other things outside of streaming. And I know you guys out there that are watching, either on demand or live. I know it sucks,
Maybe
but
each side has a chain?
I find
that's
myself at work a lot too. I'll watch a lot of I don't watch a lot, but I'll watch some of the game ranks just to see if, you know, what's coming out.
So you said you own some of the people at your work. Have you shown them my gameplay or no?
No, but I got a couple of people from work. I just, y'all the only ones I really, talk to. By Metal Gaming, you're the one that, does a lot of these streams, so I get on with a lot of your friends.
Right, and I'm hoping that comment that this friend of mine can join our little group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, like I remember just sitting in front of the TV with my family, and playing NES and Mario Brothers,
Yeah, I remember Mario Brothers.
Mega Man, which, oh my god.
I remember playing The Lion King on Super
Genesis.
Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
No,
there were
Super
just, oh yeah. Now tomorrow's either going to be Diablo or Shadow Man. I haven't decided yet.
What's Shadow Man?
You've never seen Shadow Man?
Uh-uh.
It's awesome.
Calvin, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
Yeah, Shadow Man, it came out back in 1999 on the N64, and it was amazing.
I actually had to go back today. Somebody said something about playing golf, and I actually had to start adding years up. Realized I was 36 and actually had to start adding years up in my mind of the last time I actually played golf.
Oh my god, that was back when I was like real little. Like, no, the last time I played golf, I was 21. Either 21, yeah, I was 21.
I actually had to start going back in my mind, going, okay, when's the last time I actually played that?
Do you remember, there's a game called RPG Golf on PS5.
I've been hearing about that game.
I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard about it. But no,
You said it was Shadow Man, Fly Metal
Yeah.
Gamer?
Yeah. Well, it's Shadow Man Remastered on here.
Right.
Nevertheless, it's an amazing game.
Well, that is good.
Have you ever
Is it
played
2
Turok?
words?
One word, the Shadow Man Remastered. Hey, have you ever played Turok?
Uh-uh.
They remastered that as well.
Yeah, I'm
That
not
and
seeing
its
it.
sequel. Yeah, look up Shadow on the... It should be there.
Shadow Mordor.
It's called Shadow Man
It's 2
Remastered.
words. That's what it was.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
I want to get back into DT. I may get back into Shadow Man tomorrow. I don't know yet. It's just going to depend on the situation. You know what I mean? But Saturday, come hell or high water, I'm not streaming. Now, you know what I'm doing Saturday night?
Royal Rumble.
Working.
Royal Rumble.
But
Yeah,
I officially
boy.
got a start date for the new job, so I won't have to worry about it on the weekends.
Now
So
you what, Roper? Say it
when
again.
does this take effect?
I gotta turn in my 2-week notice Friday,
Okay.
but somewhere around the 10th or 11th. February 10th or
Hey,
11th.
well, okay.
So the middle of next month, you'll basically be free of that hellhole.
Yep.
I bet you can't wait for that.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, I will say this.
Hey, the populace won't miss you.
And they won't miss me. It's alright. I'm okay with that.
Maybe each side has a chain?
Yeah, like, what I want to see is, I want to see a Legend of Dragoon remake. You know? Remember Legend of Dragoon?
Legend of the Goon?
Dragoon. Dragoon.
Oh, Dragoon. My bad.
Yeah, Dragoon. It was an old RPG that came out in 2000. It was an old PlayStation game.
Oh.
I bought it and played the hell out of it.
There's no game videos on Shadow Man. That kinda sucks.
You just went on YouTube?
No, I just went to the PlayStation store and clicked on it. and then click the up button, and there's no videos from the actual game. It just says game broadcast.
Oh wow.
Oh shit. I know on the 5 you get actual video. You can find videos.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just says game broadcast. Not you know how you go to when you click on games and you could push the up button and
Yeah.
see the
Because the main
Yeah.
focus on the 4
Maybe each
Was-
side has a chain?
the broadcasting. On this, it's all about the videos and the social aspect.
Yeah. Well, the PS4 they wanted to be more games, but more they wanted to
Social.
be more like the more social, but more with the like with the Netflix and everything else.
Right. With PS5, they want to focus on games.
Yeah. Now I will say this: I did have the PlayStation View for a little while before it ended.
Uh huh.
That it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
I never got into PlayStation View. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, because PlayStation 4 they focus on the games, but they focus on more like trying to put like entertainment on as well with PlayStation View and stuff like that.
Yeah, with this, it's talking about games.
Yup. That
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to the Twitch MVP, Kentucky Blue Blood.
Oh, did y'all see the Facebook thing I put on Facebook?
No.
when?
It's a picture that says, when you see your friend in trouble, that remember all the time they said Kentucky sucks, and it's Kermit the Frog rolling up the car window with a UK sticker.
Oh, God.
When you see your friend in trouble, hang on, crap. When you see your friend in trouble, but then remember all the time they said UK sucks, and it's Kermit the Frog in a car with the
Oh,
driver's side window
shit.
with the driver's side window rolling up with the UK sticker on it.
Oh man, that's
That's cold up shit.
hold up.
But we're going into March Madness, very, very soon.
And speaking of, Louisville just fired their head coach.
Patino?
No, Chris Mack.
Oh, Matt got fired. Oh, yeah, Patino got canned a while
Maybe each side
back.
has a chain?
I see it now. I see it now.
I got so mad growing up. I guess the headmaster of UK, whatever you want to call him, was a cousin to my dad.
Oh, shit.
And I was
Okay.
Dad, you should call him and tell him I need in-state tuition. Let me go to University of Kentucky for college instead of Murray State. Let me
Did
go
he-
get my bachelor's from UK.
Yeah.
No, are you talking about Dr. Lee Todd?
Yeah, Lee Todd was actually
Did you
a
know? No
he was
shit.
actually kin
No.
to my dad.
Shit. You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Lee Todd was actually
Oh, my
kin.
God.
If you actually look up Kentucky's state cabinet right now, there's a lady named Ruth Day in the cabinet for the Kentucky government, like state of Kentucky government,
Yeah.
and she's like very much loosely related to my dad too.
Holy
If
hell.
you actually look up Ruth Day for the state of Kentucky government right now,
Oh my God.
she's actually loosely related to my father. That there's some family tie somewhere.
That is freaky.
She actually somehow kin to my dad's father's family.
And yet, yeah, I work for a quasi-state agency. Isn't that freaky?
Yeah, so if you actually look it up, there's a lady named Ruth Day right now in your Kentucky cabinet, in your Kentucky state of Kentucky government cabinet.
I will have to
That's
do that sometime.
She's actually kin to my father, like
Freaky.
So,
very, very loosely related, like
okay.
Right.
Now,
like 6th, 7th cousin or something. But
okay, but still, the fact I'm still your cousin.
you know, like very
Yeah.
loosely related, you know.
Yeah.
Now,
But
you know what's weird? Back in 02, like some years before we met, there was a girl I went to school with. We graduated together. She went to UK and became a nurse.
yeah, that Ruth Day I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah.
This girl is Vietnamese.
No.
Son of a bitch.
No, that lady I was talking about is
I'm gonna
actually
get you.
on the name. Is actually on the name for the University of Kentucky Business School. Like her name somehow involved in that building for the
Oh,
university.
wow. You know, I don't know if she's presented in front of the LRC, or in front of the Senate or the House. But I'm sure if she did, I would know.
Yeah, she's part of like if you would.
But when I'm doing that, I don't think about who's related to who. I just focus on, you know, what I'm doing at the time. Which is
Yeah, no,
notes and editing notes. My boss complimented my hard work today. She said she appreciates my hard work.
She is the Chief Information Officer for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. As CEO, she heads up the Commonwealth Office of Technology as a member of the Governor's Executive Cabinet.
Nice.
So she is your Chief Information Officer for the state of Kentucky, or the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Correctly, it's the Commonwealth.
Right. Because I work for the council.
Yes, you know, if you want to state it correctly, it's the Commonwealth, not the state of Kentucky.
Right.
Yeah, it's the Commonwealth state.
Yeah, we're a commonwealth. We're not an official state. Oh, and for all you podcast fans, in April, Kentucky Blue Blood will be returning to the podcast. And we got something coming, but I'm not going to divulge any more info.
Hey, Blind Metal Gamer,
Yeah.
I will send you the picture so when we get done you can see it later, alright?
Alright, that works for me. But you know, that's one thing I love about streaming and the way we do things. We don't put up with any of the trolley bullshit.
Hey, Roper, I found that.
And, you did?
Yup.
So y'all don't think I'm just batshit crazy, you know? There you go. I sent it to you, comment too. So y'all just don't think it. So y'all just don't think I'm batshit crazy.
If I get the deluxe edition of WWE 2K22, March 8th, baby, that's when our March Madness begins.
Okay, so she's loosely your 6th, 7th cousin on your dad's side of the family.
Like very much loosely. Somehow her family is tied to my dad's father's side of the family.
Ah.
I forget how. But
long story short, you're related.
Somehow kin on my dad's side of the family.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Roper, there was a girl I knew from school who went to UK and became a nurse. And I think she knew Lee Todd or may have had dealings with him. I don't know.
I went to Murray State University and became a correctional officer in the state of Florida. Does that mean anything?
Well, yeah, but that career's fixing to change, though.
Yes, it is. By the 10th or 11th, it should change.
You won't get to see Bubba anymore.
And I'm completely okay with that.
Oh, I see.
The depression and anxiety and everything else can go away as soon as I start the new job. And I'm completely okay with that.
You won't have to worry about Bubba yelling at you and screaming at you and throwing a temper tantrum and cussing you and... Oh, poor Bubba. I think I know why he's so angry. You know? I think I know why Bubba's so angry all the time. You know why? He's not getting what he doesn't get what he wants. So he gets angry and unleashes his rage on unsuspecting people.
Oh, he still does that. They got Stabby the other night. They got Stabby over they broke a broom or a mop closet, or broom or a...
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
They broke a broom or a mop stick.
Well, I have a dream where Bubba might be coming to trying his hand at pro wrestling real soon.
No, they wish they could.
You know what I thought about doing as a joke on 2K22?
What's that?
Make Bubba live on stream. What do you think there, Roper?
They're too busy jailbreaking their tablets so they can watch porn, so I don't think they really care.
So they're too busy breaking tablets, watching porn, and masturbating.
No, they're watching porn.
Pretty much, Common had it correctly right there.
Yeah, they're jerking it.
Yep.
They're taking care of themselves in a special way. In a very special way.
Pretty much.
He got it. He completely got it right there.
Self-love.
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes there's a thing called self-love and self-care, and Common got it.
Yep.
Yep, and Bubba experiences it every day.
Sure, when it comes to cussing out your mother, your wife, and your girlfriend for not sending you money.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey, did he get mad?
No money on the books. No money on the books.
Pretty much, he got mad because the mother, the girlfriend, or the wife would not send him money. So, it starts out with, I love you.
And then fuck
and then, yeah, pretty much. You got it.
Damn.
It's amazing how many of these guys will cuss out the mothers, the wives, the girlfriends. Starts out with I love you, and within
fuck you.
Within 5 to 15 minutes is cussing out somebody because they refuse to send somebody money.
Yeah.
They're
mad because they don't get their money for smokes.
Yep. No money for commissary.
It's truly amazing.
No commissary for you.
You've got these families that say, hey, we had to use this money for food or bills, and within 5 to 15 minutes, these guys are
screaming and yelling and
not thinking about outside world.
Right.
outside world things that you gotta take care of. Food, bills.
Other thing, yeah.
But the first thing they're doing is cussing and screaming.
You didn't send me money, goddammit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly what it is right there.
Oh, my mother wouldn't handle that shit. I know when my brother was in
So that's how you get down here.
rehab, and he was in his situation, he would get mad when he wouldn't get money sent, and oh my god.
The evil will come out, huh?
Oh, it's amazing how much of it will.
Did anybody ever have to get put in confinement for being a bad little boy, for being a little dipshit when they didn't get their way?
Yeah. You'd be amazed.
Come on now, you be good and go to a big boy timeout now. You cussed
That's
up mama,
something.
so you get it.
That is something I prefer not to discuss over stream, sir.
Yeah, we won't
Yeah.
go there. We just assume.
Let's
Any-
just say,
Yeah.
say it has happened.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, back to God of War.
Let's just say
Come
something
on,
like that.
motherfucker, let's go.
Let's just say something like that has happened, and he didn't get his way, and
Ready, Father?
it was probably in his best interest to go to confinement. Because let's just say he started out shift at 7:05 with a lock attached to his canteen bag
Ow.
and threatening to beat up the whole dorm. So let's just say it was in his best interest. Mentally and for the whole dorm. So I was gonna go ahead and go to buy, when I was at GameStop the other weekend on my weekend off,
yeah.
I was gonna go ahead and buy the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, but they had 2 different prices on the things,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided not to buy it through GameStop. Even with
Ah,
my
beat that
$5.
Guardian.
Even with my $5 off.
You don't suppose
Right.
you've been in travel in the past, do you?
So
And there's a bunch
I
of
gotta go next month.
and they're
I
really
didn't go
bad.
last month. I should have.
Imagination.
As we get the $5 off.
Hey,
Now with the pro, or with the pro we buy into every year.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go last month. I went in November, but I didn't go for December to go pick up a game for $5 off.
I went in December. I didn't go in January. Yeah, I went in December, not in January.
So I need to go in February to see where Vanguard is in 2042?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield 2042 and see where Vanguard is on the price
Yeah.
Right.
and see if the $5 off will be worth it.
They're saying Battlefield 2042 is dead.
Really?
The player base isn't that much.
See,
Honest-
I'm okay. I'm okay without the multiplayer because I'm more of a
Right.
one-person player with how little I play. I don't need the
Right.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
You know, if I thought when I bought Mortal Kombat that I would play more, especially with like, Blind Metal Gamer. You had Blind Bastard and a few others that were playing it.
Oh yeah.
That I would get into it more, but then I noticed a lot of them had fallen off too. So when I bought it, a lot of them were joining on the stream too. So
Right.
it made sense to buy a game like that. But then I realized a lot of them stopped getting on the stream too. So, I got a little excited thinking, okay, I'd buy a game like that, see what would happen. But then a lot of the people that were playing Mortal Kombat with you quit getting on the stream. So it seemed like a good investment at the time. But then a lot of people, then a lot of the people that were playing with you quit playing.
Tapered off, yeah.
So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if maybe you can get back in contact with him or...
Well, he had just been busy with, life and work.
Shit, I forget the other name because I was talking to him like I talked to Common too outside of...
Are you talking about Blind Gamer 1990?
No, yeah, I was talking about him, the guy that always changes his PlayStation ID.
I don't think he does that.
But there was also another one that I was talking to there for a while too, but it was another one that you had gotten into about let's just say disagreements over the stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
are you sure that it wasn't Blind Gamer 1990?
No. There was another one. 2 years ago. 2 years ago when we were watching the EA Sports together.
I'm trying to think.
It wasn't this year's EA Sports, but it was 2019. I think it was 2019 EA Sports before COVID hit. The three of us got on here and were talking over it.
I'm trying to think.
Because it was before, it was the 2019 EA Sports before COVID hit.
It wasn't Wasteland because we know he's the one we're staying away from.
Because the three of us got on and watched the EA Sports, and it was 2019 before COVID hit.
I'm trying to, I don't remember.
And the three of us actually agreed to get on and watch the EA Sports.
Oh, the E3 thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I forget who it was. If I talked to him and knew who it was, I would,
And it wasn't that Lindstorm guy that because I miss him getting on the streams with you. Because that was good. The guy named, I miss him, because I remember about 2 years ago, probably more like 3 or 4 years ago when I lived at the loft that you had Blind Metal Gamer 1990.
Yeah, Blind Gamer 1990.
Before I met Common.
Right.
Mike Lindstrom, I forget his actual game.
Mike Lindstrom.
Maybe each side
it was him, Blind. It was the dude that...
Don't know.
Guy, I'd have to... If we're still friends on PS4, I'd have to find him too.
I don't know. Mike, I haven't talked to Mike in a while. I put him in our stream party and taught him, I might get us another person, the guy behind 616 Entertainment.
You might want to message Mike because I miss him too because he provided good, just like Common does. Common, you provide good commentary, which was,
right.
when it provides,
I might
Common,
message him and see what's up and just see
you
how
know,
he's doing,
1990, Common, Lindstorm. I remember those are all. These are all good conversations when we're all on here. We may not all, even Common and I play different games, but
Right, but I don't know about 90.
Your side has a
I
chip?
kinda, right now, I'm kinda, on him. Cause
me and
it's,
Common play different games, but but everybody else,
right,
Common and I kind of play different games, but him and I could be playing together while y'all are playing Mortal
Something
Kombat.
else.
You
Yeah.
know,
or
Common and I
whatever.
play, Common and I kind of play more of the same games.
I
Him and
don't,
I.
I don't know if Blind Gamer 1990 will be back. Let's just say he did something off of stream that was very disrespectful.
Okay.
Let's just say, yeah, he did something he shouldn't have done, and,
Because Common and I agree on some of the first-person shooters.
Hmm.
right,
Common and I have more of the same, liking in games.
right. And,
You
yeah, the
know,
thing with
Yeah.
BG was, I mean, if I knew that he wouldn't do, you know what I mean? If he wouldn't bring up a certain subject, I would be fine, but,
that's kind of the thing with me and Common. Him and I have more of a, I hate to use the same word again, but Common,
yeah, you all have a similar gaming taste, whereas
yeah.
our tastes are varied because of, like with FPS, I can't really get in. I'll try an
Maybe your
FPS,
side has a chain?
but I can't get in. I just can't. I don't know what it is about them. Now, Shadow Warrior, that's a game I like because it's not just a shooting. You can, blow your enemy straight to
You know,
hell.
Me and Common are more of a first-person shooter.
Right, right, right.
Mike, 1990. Crap, that I forget the guy's name when we were watching EA Sports 3 years ago now.
Hmm.
Y'all were more Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
Mm-hmm.
Soul Calibur.
Wait a minute. Are you
So
sure that wasn't El Infan or Infan? Was that who it was? I'm trying to think
oh,
because I need to.
I forget because EA Sports hasn't come out for 2022 yet. So it was technically two
No,
years
I'm
ago.
hoping that here's the thing that killed it for me last year. I pretty
Hmm.
much streamed the. Remember, I streamed the career mode.
No, I mean no, not the games, but when EA
The
Sports,
E3 thing. Yeah,
yeah, when E3 came out, the
right.
three of us are actually watching,
Watching it.
E-
Yeah,
and it was that guy that was watching it with us.
I'm trying to think. Damn it, who was that? Oh my god. Now it's gonna kill me until I figure out who the hell this was.
It was that guy. When I liked him because him and I, like Common and I,
Mm-hmm.
started talking some that was outside of
It's like,
just
Outside of stream.
outside the stream.
yeah.
Oh
But the
yeah.
problem was I didn't have him on Facebook like I got Common on Facebook.
Right. And with
I got Common on Facebook so him and I can kind of interact. And with the work schedule at the time, it made it hard
right.
to want to get on the PlayStation.
Right.
And do a stream.
And
Oh yeah. And even like
you
with
know,
my schedule, it might change to that.
it made it hard to get on to want to sit at the house for an hour or two and talk to somebody with a headset.
Right.
With Common and you, I can, phone
We can do
numbers
that
and
easily, and it's not as
you know,
hard. And
phone numbers and Facebooks. I can text both of you and say, hey, sorry about the bad news, or hey, how's your days going?
right. Whereas on stream, we had to be a little more careful.
You know, I gotta be willing to sit at the house and power up the
Right.
PlayStation and put the headset on and sit
Right.
here for
Do some extra steps, whereas with
Facebook and, you know, where with Facebook, all I gotta do is have my phone with me and respond to a message.
right.
Or sorry about the bad news, I hope you're doing okay. You know, being a friend going, hey, I saw you posted about some bad news, hope you're doing okay, you know.
Right. And, I've really been, seriously thinking about, as far as, blind
Shit.
gamer is concerned.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, cause I got, like I said, he did something that he shouldn't have done off of stream.
Right.
And granted,
Well,
I'll admit it.
Well, that kind of seems to be you and him's relationship where y'all go back and forth. You know, not to say that's a good or bad thing, but
well, I just
But
don't
that-
want to.
you know, I know y'all agreed not to go to the Kentucky School of the Blind anymore together yearly thing that y'all were going to and sharing the room.
Actually, they had that virtual this last year.
Oh, you get the point though.
Yeah, I don't know how they're wanting to do it in person this year, but we don't know how COVID's going to be. At that time, it could be, hey, I have no problem with a hybrid model. I could just get the link and do it from my room. You know?
You know, now I know that you and him after last year, the previous year before, kind of agreed that maybe you two not sharing a room was a good decision based on what you said last when we were talking about it.
Right, but see, they haven't even discussed alumni for this year because it's not summer, it's not even summertime yet.
You know, like Common, I love talking with him because him and I can, Common and I talk on a, it may be a couple of weeks in between, but Common and I, talk to each other. Hey, haven't heard from you a couple of weeks. You doing all right? Or hey, you posted about this. Are you doing okay? Can I help you?
Right. Oh yeah, like I remember, I think you had a family member, I think Common had something happen, and I posted, I sent my condolences.
Yeah, I had lost two of my cousins in a month's time.
Yeah, I remember that. And you were not on stream, and I get why. You were dealing with family issues, and my rule was, if you got family issues, that comes before streaming.
That I completely understand. If you're not on or if you can't respond immediately.
And it's because of, if there's family issues going on or something, it's all
I'd rather
good.
you take care of the.
Take care of your family
take
business.
care of that first.
But at the same time, I do need it because it helps me just talking to y'all and other people.
Yeah, the therapeutic side of it is great.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I messaged you one of my nights off that I say, hey, he's streaming. Are you getting on? I'll go ahead and get on too and make a group effort out of it.
Right. And
as much as I hate to admit it, when I can't get on a phone call, this is a great way to
Well, that
You
and
know,
plus this saves money on phone bills too.
this is a great way for an hour or two for me to get
Yeah.
on with y'all
Uh,
and talk to see how y'all are doing.
Oh yeah,
As
and I
much
wish
as
there would be a way that I could include that one person from school, but she'll probably never talk to me again.
you know, so as much as I hate to admit it, this
I
is,
mean, I've tried
you know,
reaching out to saying, "Hey, how you doing? How
as
you
much as I
doing?
hate
It's
to, yeah,
2022. We haven't
because as much as
talked.
I,
You know,
yeah,
come
because
on, you
as much as I
bastard."
hate to admit it, in 2022, this has been kind of a great way for me to get on with y'all. And
Oh, I know.
hey, I haven't spoken to y'all in a week or two, but
yeah.
Yeah, let's do a stream and let's make an effort out of it. You
hey,
know.
because I do this a lot of times. If I'm not spoken to you, Blind Metal Gamer, I'll get on
Right.
for an hour or two just to.
Just so we can talk. Oh yeah. And our conversations, we know, we keep it acceptable as
You know,
always.
as much as it may not be a personal level of a phone conversation or comment a Facebook message to see how, you're really doing, but hell, at least right now I can,
Right.
talk to y'all,
Uh-huh.
and you can, message me and say, hey, can I give you a call?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna let y'all know. I like to video chat from time to
Over
time,
here.
just from time to time.
See, I'm terrible about that. I hate that video chat. Like I've got one friend of all my friends that I talk to on the phone or text message.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm a text message person just because of how much I work.
Yeah. Nah,
It's
like,
easier for me to
oh yeah.
text you
yeah. Yeah.
because I get off at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So so if you text me somewhere between 6:30 and later on,
Yeah.
or call me, I'm not gonna call y'all at 7 o'clock in the morning and wake you up.
Nah,
Right.
usually I'm up around 7.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little bit more polite than that. And if I'm driving home at 7:30 in the morning,
Maybe each
I'm a
side has
little bit
change?
more polite. I might text you and say I'm headed home. I'll text you or I'll call you when I get up. A lot of
Right.
it, I'm a little bit more respectful about it. When I get up that afternoon, hey, sorry I missed your phone call.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm generally pretty polite about it, just
Yeah.
for that reason. I work. I understand. I work from 7 p to 7 a.
Woo. Man, that's some hours. Was it 12 hours?
So
11
Yep.
hours?
12-hour
yeah.
shifts.
So a lot of it I understand.
Maybe each side has
Sorry, but
change?
on a Saturday morning, I am not waking you up at 7:15 with a phone call. I will gladly text you and
Oh
say,
yeah.
hey man, I'm sorry I was at work. Everything okay. Now, that's a different statement
Right.
if you called and you text and said something was seriously wrong. Yeah, when I get up at work, I'm calling you first thing.
You got to see what's going on.
If you legitimately tell me you're in the hospital, or you're feeling suicidal, or you're going through some depression, yeah, the first thing when I get up in the morning is, yeah, I'm probably calling you.
To see what's going on. Oh yeah, I would be the same way.
I
mean,
had one friend going through it a couple weeks ago, and that was the first thing I did to her was, hey, called her. Just for that reason, like, hey,
just to make sure she was
but I
all
already
right.
knew. Yeah, but I already knew she was up because she had to get the kids off
Maybe
for school and everything. So I was calling like, hey, talk to me. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me. You know, let me be your sounding board.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you tell me something, yeah, if you tell me something like that, I'm calling you, I'm texting you, hey,
Right.
what's up? You know, I ain't gonna let you go through something like that by yourself.
Right. And I know I'm not
You know,
gonna.
that's, you know, I'd rather you tell me,
Yep.
and I'd rather be calling
But-
you. You know, I'd rather be calling you or texting you saying, hey man, what's up?
Yeah.
Maybe each side has a chain?
I remember with
Yeah. You know,
What?
I'd rather something, you know, I'd rather something be like that. You know, I may not call you when I first get off work, but if you tell me you're going through something and I missed that while I was at work, that's the first thing I'm doing is calling and texting. Like,
Right.
hey, you need me to be here. I may be asleep, but I will toss and turn. I will call and respond to those text messages. That's the same thing I did with my friend down in Clearwater. Every few hours I was
Maybe each side has a
tossing,
chain?
and when I tossed because it was daylight, hey man, you okay?
Right.
You tell me yes, okay. You tell me yes, okay. I'm flipping back over for a couple hours. You tell me you're not okay.
You're
Okay,
staying on
great.
to make sure what's going on.
You know, I will stay awake for that 30, 45 minutes so I can talk you out.
Yeah, that's the way I am. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you ever need to talk to me, no,
Maybe
if
each
you ever
side
something
has a
stressing
chain?
you out, man, text me. I don't care what time it is. You need to talk.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk. I don't
I'm
care
the
what
same
time
way.
it is.
Yeah, I'd rather you talk to me and I get, you know, I get a few hours of sleep.
And
Guess
then you
what?
know what's going on, as opposed
You know,
to.
I'd rather you have a sounding board for 20, 30 minutes. And great, after that sounding board, I know you're okay. I can go back to bed.
Right. But no, that
You know,
one
great.
person that I
You know, I'd
knew
rather
from.
be that. You know, I'd rather be that sounding board for 20, 30 minutes. Know you're okay. Hey, alright, I'm going back to bed.
Right.
But if you need something, send me a text message. You know, my phone may be off ringer, but it's on vibrate. I'm gonna,
Right.
if you call me enough,
You're going to
the phone's
respond
gonna
to
wake
that.
me
Side
up.
has a chain?
You know, if you call me 2 or 3 times, that phone's gonna vibrate enough for me to get up and respond to
And
it.
figure out what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
I remember with.
You know, I'd rather you tell me that, and I'd rather you call me 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
No. No.
You know, that's the way I see it. You know, hell, even if it means sending you $100, tell me you need $100.
Yeah.
I will send it to you. You know, I had another
But-
same friend. You know, same friend. You know, car got repossessed, and I'm like, I wish you would have told me 2 months ago when this started happening. Cause I would have paid your car payment, or I
Right.
would have sent you the car, or I would have sent you the money. One of the two.
Right.
Cause now
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in a hole.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've had 2 bad things happen, and she's like, I don't want to take the money from you. I said, she's like, I don't want to take the money from you because your bills. I said, my bills are already paid. It's just small things that are frustrating me. I've got the money. Tell me you need the money. I'll send you the money.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather you tell me you need the help. I wouldn't be offering the help if my bills were already paid.
Right.
Right. Oh yeah.
A lot of, Comcast is an inconvenience. A tire going flat is an inconvenience. Tell me you need the help. I will help you. I wouldn't be offering if stuff wasn't already paid. A lot of my small shit is inconvenience.
Oh yeah.
If I can help you, I will help you. If I'm gonna say no for 2 days, great. I'm gonna tell you no, but I will send you the money or whatever it is in 2 days.
So let me ask you this before we wrap up. Have you ever had anybody do that just to work you? Just to work the angle to get what they want, or try to work it.
No. But I'm one of those people. If I can help you, I'll help you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lend you money that I can't afford to lose.
Right.
Right.
I'm not gonna lend you $500 knowing that you're not gonna pay me back.
Right.
You call and tell me you need 20. Okay. I'm gonna lend you 20 and see what happens.
And go from there.
If you never pay me back that 20, that
then
kind of tells me,
not to trust it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe lending you that $20 was not a good idea.
Right. Okay. Now, before we end this whole thing, I will say this, because I do know a friend, and she's always asking me for money, like every single time. And for a while, I was helping her out. I understand that she has a child and she's been through a lot, but then she'll keep going and asking me, and I have to tell her no.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Rakama. Alright, I'll lend you $20, $30. Something I can afford to lose if I never get it back.
Right.
$20 6 months from now, is that really gonna bother me?
Right.
Probably not. Probably not in the long run. But that just tells me in, 3 or 4 months when you ask, 3 or 4 months when you ask for 50.
Yeah.
Hey man, what happened to that $20 you owed me a month ago?
Oh, right.
Right.
Maybe each side has a chain?
You know what? No, I'm not gonna lend you the money.
Right.
Oh, exactly.
Buy Metal Gamer, you're short on cash. You need $20 so you can pay the bus fare to get to work. Yeah,
that's different.
You call me or message me and say something like that so you can get to work. Yeah, whether it be Cash App or Facebook, I'm gonna send you the $20
or whatever.
So you can buy the bus pass to get to work.
Right.
But I know you're going to work. It's not like you completely depend on Social Security to pay your bills every month. I know you go to work.
And I wouldn't use it to say, I wouldn't trick you and say, oh, I'm going to use it for work, and then
Father, I think you should see this.
turn around and...
You're someone I trust that, if it came down to that situation,
Right.
I would question where that $20 to $40 was going.
Right, it would be different if I said, oh, I need it for whatever, and then I went to GameStop and...
You're one of the few that I trust that I'm not going to question where the money's going. Hey, you message me at the end of the month and say, hey, I need $20 to $40. If I can spare it, I'm sending it to you, whether it be, Cash App or Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever.
I'm not questioning where the money's going, because I know you're going to pay me back that $20, $40.
Right.
You're a person
like I said, it would be different if tricked you and said, hey, I need it for
Yeah.
bus, and then I was buying video games with it, or
Whatever,
Yeah.
But you're one of the few people that I would probably trust. Hey, can you lend me $20 or $40 to get through the end of the month?
Right.
I know your financial situation. I know you work here, have the money.
Right. But all right, we're gonna end this on that note because we've been at it for a bit, and we killed some joggers, got past that one part, so there'll be more footage once they're Common the Crusher.
Yep. We had a lot of good conversations tonight on a lot of different topics and
Yes,
subjects.
and if we can do this again tomorrow, it's either gonna be Shadow Man or Diablo 2. I haven't decided yet. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you all are too. And as always, hit that follow button here on Twitch, or you can always subscribe to YouTube at youtube.com/blindmetalgamer.
Harder sent by Sotos 13 lol 6. Harder sent by Sotos 13 lol 6. OMG hey they're sent by Sotos 13 lol 6. OMG hey they're sent by Sotos 13 lol 6.
Hey, Sodas13lol6, what up, man?
Followed you. January 26. Is underscore me 1230. Harder sent by Sotos 13 lol 6. Harder sent by Sotos 13 lol 6.
Oh yeah, and you're locked in, by the way, now.
I like that. I saw that message.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
But alright, we will be back next time, and then remember there's no stream on Saturday because of the Royal Rumble.
yes, sir.
And then-
Royal Rumble, baby.
And then,
Hey, inmates at prison will be watching it, so it'll be good.
hey. February 4th, day 1, Dying Light 2, baby. I can't wait.
I just thought everybody should know. In the stream on a good light.
Alright. For Rupert Blue and Common the Crusher, I've been your host, Blind Metal Gamer, saying so long, everyone, and peace out.
Peace out, everybody.